cool morning. 26 degrees. The sun's just coming up. Sun feels good. Sitting in the pinch point in the tree stand. There's a cornfield out there. So far it's been pretty quiet. A couple squirrels. Got these big pines here right by the drop-off. Turkeys like roosting up there. Hopefully they'll come through today. Here's a nice rub about 30 yards from the stamp. Yeah. It really tore this tree up. It's all pawed up around on the ground. It's kind of right on the main trail they use while I sneak along the cornfield. Up on the high ground. See, it's kind of a rock ledge that runs the whole property. Probably here it's about a 75-foot drop down to the valley down there. And down below you got a small strip of this property. And there's some farmland down below. Way out there is a marsh. You'll hear them goose hunting every day when you're out here. But I'm going to sneak around. Go look for some sign down the bottom and figure out where to hunt this afternoon. Here's one of my ground blinds. This is right along the top edge. The drop-off's right there, and turkeys like to walk right by here and jump off the edge. Not a bad spot. Got a couple chairs I keep in there. Last time I was out here, they had the turkeys come right by. I got here about 10 minutes too late from being in a perfect position. This is my trail I take to get down to the bottom. This is also where all the deer and turkeys, coyotes come up. Take a little step down here. This is where in the winter it's solid coyote tracks. They run right along this rock wall on the ground. See if we find any new rubs or scrapes. Okay, we're on the bottom. Over to the left, some farm field and marsh. And down here, it's just a thick tangled mess. A lot of old timber all just knocked down. This is where last December I was walking through and a big buck let me walk right past him, and he jumped out of these rocks and took off. Never to be seen again. Here's one of my stands on the bottom I've yet to hunt. I just set it. All those high winds we had. I got a couple of trees right in front of it now. To get those down, we had 65 mile-an-hour winds for 2 days. And over here was one of the runways right past the stand. You can see All this old nasty trees down there, they just keep coming down. That's why the bucks like it. Well, I made my way all the way across the bottom. Bumped two nice turkeys, about 35 yards, so I kind of flanked around them. Maybe I'll bump into them on the way back, or they'll work this way. It's pretty thick down here. There's another one of my ground blinds. Saw quite a few deer last November hunting out of there. Almost had an 8-point jump right in my lap. What's back there is that ridge up about 100 feet. And on the far north end, out that way, there's a little cornfield again. Might have beans out there this year though. And back this way, it's all a little marshy area. Even a little creek right there, so they got water and a lot of cover. I think I'll sit here a while, see if anything comes through, and then head back and figure out where I'll sit this afternoon. Just bumped 3 more turkeys. Working my way across the trail back to the top. 3 nice sized birds came out of this tangled up mess. And I saw them bail right over the edge of right back to the top again. So they're making their way through this thick stuff. Maybe I'll see them when I'm back on top. The property is bordered by a pheasant hunting club. So as I'm slipping through, I see they're going to push this field right to me where they're planted pheasants. Maybe they'll flush a turkey or deer out of that tall grass, push them my way. So I'm going to wait till they slide through. I don't know if I can pick them up with my awesome cheap camera here. Show you some of the cool big rock ledges at the top of the drop off. Here's where those coyotes float the height. There's the very top of the drop off. It goes down the hill. Yeah, check this out. There's all little, like all little caves, hollows in the rock formations where coyotes can bed down, be completely out of the wind and the rain and the snow, hide under all the rock ledges. Pretty cool property. Sounds like the goose hunters are really cutting loose today. I just jumped a deer that was bedded under this pine tree. Let's see, maybe south in the field as we go down. like it was a single ear bit. I couldn't tell what it was. Trying out that new stand down in the bottom just for a late morning sit. Right down in the bottom. See where it goes up to the rise. Pretty long view here. Right along the edge of the marsh area. Where I just kicked up that deer, don't know what it was. You can see the marsh way out in the distance. And the goose hunters are wailing away. But when the shooting starts, I think this is where the deer hide. Got a little pickpocket down here. Maybe I'll sit till about noon and see what happens. I don't know if you can make that out before. That's too far from here. About 55 yards. I got a doe bedded right under that spruce tree right on the edge of the marsh. She's just listening to all the shooting going on from the goose hunters. Pretty cool. I'm going to try and bottom tonight in that new stand. I don't know if you can hear it or not. There's a farmer out there. He's cutting corn, so maybe that'll push something to me. Maybe push him away. Hopefully that big old doe comes back.